Realtor with Fabulous Homes Colorado, powered by Keller Williams Partners.
I'm Phil Wynkoop with Caliber Home Loans.
And this is Fabulous Neighbors of Colorado, where we feature local businesses and entrepreneurs.
All right, and today we are featuring Janet Cook with Colorado Insurance.
Hello.
Hey, Janet.
All right, well, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get your start?
So it was kind of a fluke. I had originally gone to school for psychology, and I was going to get my master's in counseling, and some things happened, and wasn't quite what I wanted, and somehow I got this job at an insurance agency, and I loved it because it's still in line with helping people, which was something that was really important to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's helping in a different way, though. Helping to make sure that everything that they're taken care of, and that their kids are taken care of, and their families and their belongings, and being there for them when negative stuff happens. And it just kind of spoke to me, and I really liked it, and so I've decided to make a career out of it.
Cool.
Makes sense.
Very nice. So what sort of insurance do you offer?
So I sell personal,
Okay.
so auto, home, motorcycle, RVs, boats, four-wheelers, basically anything that you can insure, I can insure it for you. I can help with commercial. I don't write commercial insurance, but I have a guy that writes it for me.
All right, she knows a guy.
Awesome, and can you tell us a little bit about when you're available? What are your hours?
So I am available 24/7. I can quote your insurance whenever is convenient for you. I'm all about convenience for my clients. I want to make it as easy for them as possible.
Awesome.
That's
And do you have like office hours, or how do you?
Nope, we don't have an office, so I'm virtual. I can meet people wherever they want to be met. If they want to be met at home or at a coffee shop, or if they just want to do everything over the phone, I can do everything over the phone and have everything done virtually, and they never even have to leave their home.
Awesome. So just at the kitchen table, just like this?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
So how many different companies do you shop the insurance from when somebody calls you? Maybe name a couple of the...
So Colorado Insurance has over 15 carriers, I believe.
Wow.
So we've got Nationwide, we've got Travelers, we've got Progressive, we've got Safeco, State Auto, Auto Owners, MetLife, Electric, and those are the ones I can name right off the top of my head.
That's good. No, she can give you more details when you call
So
her.
you definitely shop around.
Definitely make sure you're getting the best rate. If I can't get you more coverage at a cheaper price, then I don't want you to buy my insurance. I want to make sure that you're covered for the best amount for the right price for you.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
And we were talking a little bit about this earlier, and I'd like it if you shared it with us again in a little bit more detail. But how often do we need to revisit our policy information? Because we always think like, oh, homeowners insurance went up. Is that just normal, or is that when we revisit? Or tell us a little bit about that.
The way homeowners insurance works, your coverage for your dwelling, which is considered, it's called your coverage A, that increases each year that your policy renews. That's just normal with insurance. But you always want to sit down with your insurance agent and look at your policies, auto, home, whatever, and check your coverage and make sure that you are covered for the amount that you need to be. It depends a lot on your assets and what you have, because a lot of people don't realize this, but if you get in an accident or someone gets hurt in your home and they sue you, in the state of Colorado, if there's a judgment against you, your wages will be garnished up to 25% of what you make until the sum is paid.
Oh, wow.
That's
Good
crazy.
to know.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind a follow-up to that question, I've heard stories where if you could give me a little more clarity on depreciation and as far as roof replacement goes.
Oh.
I've heard stories where some people, they're like, oh, I just paid my deductible just fine, and then other stories where there were situations where they had to pay much more than their deductible.
So roofs are very tricky in insurance, and it's also very carrier specific. It depends on the company you're with and how they write their policy. But depending on the company and depending on the language, if you have actual cash value coverage on your roof, that's when the depreciation comes in.
Okay.
Actual cash value coverage means that they're going to reimburse you
Oh,
for the amount
value
of the value of the roof as it is right now. You can recover depreciation once the roof has been replaced. I won't say with every carrier because I haven't worked for every carrier.
Sure.
But I know a lot of carriers will, once you replace the roof and you submit the invoices to them and they check the work, then they will give you another check for the depreciation cost.
Okay,
Um,
so your
okay.
insurance. defines
But
it.
if,
You'd have to pay some of that up front though?
yeah, you would,
Gotcha.
you'd have to come out of pocket usually. But you also want, if you can get a policy that has, versus actual cash value, have replacement costs,
Mhm.
that means that it doesn't matter how old the roof is, as long as because insurance companies will put restrictions on it. If you have a roof that's so many years old, they're not gonna pay for it, period. So it's, you wanna have your roof checked pretty regularly, especially here, because.
So the operative question though, whenever discussing this with our insurance agent, even you, preferably you,
Preferably me.
is, regarding roof
You-
depreciation
you-
is asking about replacement costs.
Right, replacement costs versus, actual cash value. Those
Okay.
are the two terms that are the most important when it comes to your roof. And
Makes
you really
sense.
wanna look on your policy and know what you have, because most people have no idea. They
Yeah.
think that because they've got, $300,000 worth of coverage on their home, that their roof is covered with that and they should have no problems, and sometimes that is not the case.
Mhm.
Okay, and speaking of roofs, when this hailstorm came through last time, what should our folks do when the hailstorm comes through? Should they call their insurance provider first, their roofer first? I mean, so many people just didn't know what to do, myself included, when I got hit, years ago.
That is a really good question that most people aren't aware. I believe that you should always call a roofer first and have them come out and assess the damage.
Okay,
Because if you're missing a couple of shingles, that's gonna cost you $30 to replace. There's absolutely no point in filing a claim, because number one, the claim is not going to be paid because you're not going to meet your deductible.
okay.
Number two, when you file the claim and you don't meet your deductible, the claim stays on your record, your insurance record, and so you end up with what's called a $0 claim. And people don't realize that those claims can affect you, because what insurance is looking at, they are assessing the risk that they are taking by insuring your house.
Your likelihood
And, right,
to-
the likelihood that an event will occur, that they're gonna have to pay money.
Mhm.
And so,
if you have
even
more
if they
claims
didn't-
on your record.
right, even if they didn't pay out on it, it means that there's still a higher likelihood of something happening there, and so that could raise your rates.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, this has been a wonderful meeting. I've learned a lot. I really did,
Glad.
Jen. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And
Thank you
yeah,
guys.
thank you so much for sitting down with us. And if you would like your company highlighted on Fabulous Homes, please just comment below. All of our information is below, as well as Janet's information will be below as
Yes.
well, right? And yeah, hopefully we'll get a chance to do some business together.
Yeah, awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, Janet, and remember who to call for all of your fabulous real estate and lending needs. Make it a fabulous day.